It's the NFL on EA Sports. And up next, we'll see Trey McBride. He comes in fourth in the NFL in receiving yardage. It's the Commanders and the Giants, just ahead on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
I know teams always talk about having a 24-hour rule after a
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Carter. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28. You talk about this Washington defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a fourth down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Breaks a tackle. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away.
And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked up by Caleb Farley. And the Giants are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarter.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs, so a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Chase Young in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Bobby Okereke coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He's been picked off twice in this ball game already, and they'll try to sort things out here as they begin with the first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, Crosby. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now,
and the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They've got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
They're going to look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And the Giants send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taking it about the 36. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll set up to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Oh, breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The first catch of the ball game there for Metcalf, and a 1st down to boot. They'll look to throw again. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to stretch out their lead. Well, nothing complicated about that. That's old school power football.
And effective. And that's the key to everything, right? Sometimes we try and do too many things. Just hand it to the big guy and let him go forward.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And now out come the Giants. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. And the Washington offense heading out. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader. And quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing. And let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real. And it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, right at the 40. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. That's complete to McBride. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big pickup of 38.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
He'll look to throw. Touchdown! DK Metcalf hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders are able to add on to that lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The New York set to take the field. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Here's 3rd and a few inches. Boy, no chance chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is brought in at the 21. He can't get him down. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field.
A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
They go play action here on 1st down.
To the sideline and incomplete. Now, these two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the Commanders who picked up the road victory, so they'll be fighting for the season sweep in this one.
Now here's a throw that's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Jamison Williams.
57 yards as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the route is on here in this first half.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They run here with Singletary, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive...
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Not what you wanted there. It goes as a sack and a loss of a yard. And not only that, now it's 4th and goal. And his kick is good.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. As the Commanders make their way out on offense, let's take a peek at the playoff picture in the NFC. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow, and I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Robinson up the middle. They juked him. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. That one's a milestone. Touchdown number 150 for his great career. And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
And New York set to take the field.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Commanders,
they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.